sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.
All right, so can you imagine snapping a 7-game losing streak with a win against like a top team?
Yeah.
That's what Leicester City just did.
Wow.
Pulling off a stunning victory against Tottenham Hotspur.
Oh.
And we're diving deep today into the match reports and the player ratings from Leicestershire Live.
Okay.
To try to understand exactly how they turn things around.
Sounds good.
And what do you think? It's got to be pretty remarkable when you think about the context.
It really is.
Like 7 straight losses.
7 straight losses.
Leading into this match.
Yeah, that kind of streak can really weigh on a team.
For sure.
But Leicester City showed incredible resilience in this one.
Yeah, they did. And, it seemed like they were really stuck in a rut.
Yeah.
And then Tottenham, despite, their own injury woes and just fatigue,
right,
they were definitely the favorites going into this match.
For sure.
So how did Leicester City pull off this upset?
Yeah.
Let's start with the first half, where things initially kind of seemed to be going according to script.
Yeah, Leicester had a great start.
Okay.
Pushing forward with energy.
Yeah.
They even had an early opportunity with Jordan Ayew's shot that was ultimately blocked.
Uh-huh.
But Tottenham quickly began to assert their dominance.
Okay, so that's where goalkeeper Jakub Stolarczyk really stepped up.
He did.
For Leicester City, he made a couple of just incredible saves.
Oh, yeah.
Especially against Pedro Porro and Son Heung-min.
Yep.
Those are some real game changers.
Absolutely.
Right.
Without those saves, Leicester City could have easily been 2 or even 3 goals down by halftime.
Wow.
So Stolarczyk's performance was crucial in keeping them in the game.
So he was like a wall back there.
He really was.
But even with Stolarczyk's heroics,
yeah,
Tottenham eventually found a way through.
Yes, Richarlison managed to score.
Oh, yeah.
With a header capitalizing on a lapse in marking by Wout Faes.
Uh-huh.
That was a tough moment for Leicester City.
Yeah.
But as we'll see, Faes more than made up for that mistake later in the match.
Oh, he redeemed himself for sure.
He did.
But just before halftime, there was another blow for Leicester City.
Oh, yeah.
When James Justin missed a great chance to equalize.
Yeah, it felt like things were slipping away at that point.
It felt like it, for sure.
They were heading into the second half a goal down.
Right.
And facing a Tottenham side that had been steadily gaining momentum going into the break.
Yeah, for sure.
But then the second half started, and it was like everything changed.
Yeah, it was like a totally different Leicester City that came out onto the pitch.
Yeah.
They were aggressive. Decisive.
Yep.
You could just feel the momentum shifting in their favor.
What I think is so fascinating about this is how they turned their frustration into fuel.
Yeah.
Like instead of crumbling under that pressure, they used it to ignite this remarkable comeback.
They really did. And it all happened.
Yeah.
Like in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
We're talking a 5-minute stretch where they scored 2 goals and completely flipped the script.
Boom, boom. First, it was Boubakary Soumaré driving forward with intent, initiating the attack. And then De Cordova-Reid, who had been relatively quiet in the first half, delivered an absolutely perfect cross to Jamie Vardy.
It was beautiful.
It was.
And, oh my gosh, you could almost feel the collective sigh of relief.
I know.
From Leicester City fans.
Right.
As Vardy finally ended his Premier League goal drought.
Huge.
I mean, that goal must have lifted a huge weight off his shoulders.
For sure.
But they didn't stop there.
Nope.
Just a couple of minutes later, El Canouse found himself with some space on the edge of the box, used Ben Davies as a shield,
smart,
and curled this stunning shot into the bottom corner.
What a finish.
I know that goal was pure class, and I was particularly impressed with El Canouse's decision-making in that moment.
Yeah.
Because like earlier in the match, he seemed a bit hesitant, almost like forcing plays.
Yeah.
But with that goal, he showed a real maturity.
Totally agree.
Waiting for that perfect opening and then executing it brilliantly.
Yeah, you can really see his growth in this match. That goal could be like a real turning point for him. But with over 40 minutes still left on the clock, Leicester City had to dig deep and defend their lead.
They had to. And Tottenham
definitely
didn't make it easy for him.
No, they did not.
They ramped up the pressure. And there were some nail-biting moments for Leicester City fans.
Definitely.
Like, I'm thinking about that chance Dejan Kulusevski had.
Oh, yeah.
It looked certain that City was going to score.
Yeah.
But FaZe, Stolarczyk, and Justin somehow managed to combine and clear the danger.
It was textbook defending under pressure.
It really was.
Like, everyone was on the same page.
Yeah.
Working together to shut down Tottenham's attack. And we can't forget about Pedro Porro's free kick.
Oh, yeah.
That hit the crossbar after deflecting off Vardy.
Oh, my gosh. That was a heart-stopping moment.
Yeah.
It felt like that ball was hanging in the air forever.
It really did.
But ultimately, Leicester City's defense held firm, and they managed to see out the victory.
It was a really impressive defensive display.
It was.
Especially considering the just relentless pressure that they faced.
Yeah. And they didn't just park the bus and hope for the best.
No.
You know, they continued to create chances.
Yeah.
And play with a sense of purpose.
They were going for it.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, it was a truly inspiring performance.
Yeah, it was.
Showcasing the kind of grit and determination that can turn a season around.
For sure.
But let's dive into some individual performances.
Okay.
Because there were some real standouts for Leicester City.
Oh, yeah, we got to start with Jakub Stolarczyk.
Yeah.
His performance in goal was
phenomenal.
Nothing short of phenomenal, those crucial saves in the first half. Kept Leicester City in the game.
Right.
And then he just continued to command his area with authority throughout the whole match.
He earned that 8 out of 10 rating from Leicestershire Live.
He did.
Wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. He was a calming presence for that entire backline.
Yeah, and we can't overlook Jakub Reed's impact on the match.
Oh, yeah.
He was pretty quiet in that first half.
He was.
But he really came alive in the second, delivering those 2 perfect assists for Vardy and El Khanous.
His vision and precision on those crosses was something else.
I know.
It's like he just found another gear after halftime.
Yeah. And speaking of stepping up, El Khanous's performance was a real highlight.
It was.
And what's so fascinating about El Khanous is how he responded to those early struggles.
Yeah.
You know, instead of letting those missed opportunities get to him, he showed such maturity and composure.
Yeah.
Ultimately scoring the winning goal. It speaks volumes.
It does.
About his character and potential.
I think so.
He certainly silenced any doubters.
For sure.
With that brilliant finish.
Oh, yeah.
So we've talked about the resilience, the defensive strength, and the individual brilliance that led to this victory.
Right.
But what does this win mean for Leicester City going forward?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is.
Can they bottle this energy and use it as fuel to climb up the table? Or was this just a one-off performance against the Tottenham side that maybe was vulnerable?
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking too, because it's interesting because while the result was fantastic, there were moments where it felt like Leicester City was riding their luck a little bit.
Yeah.
Like that deflected free kick that hit the crossbar.
I know.
So do you think they can replicate this level of performance consistently?
That's what we'll be watching for in the coming weeks.
Yeah. You know, it's one thing to pull off an upset like this.
Right.
But it's another to turn that into sustained success.
Yeah.
Did they, stumble upon a winning formula? Or was it just everything clicking at the right moment?
It's a question worth pondering.
It is.
For anyone following Leicester City.
Yeah.
Did this match reveal some kind of tactical shift that could bring them consistent results? Or was it just this perfect storm of individual brilliance and just fortunate breaks?
Yeah. This deep dive has uncovered some really compelling evidence.
It has.
But ultimately, only time will tell what this victory truly means for Leicester City's future.
Yeah. It's going to be fascinating to see how they build on this momentum.
It is.
Can they turn this win into a turning point in their season?
Yeah.
We'll be watching closely to find out, and for all of you listening, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think Leicester City can sustain this level of play? Let us know in the comments. Until next time, keep exploring and keep diving deep.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have a ball. I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll.